What's going on, everybody? It's Conti here. In today's video I'm going to be showing you various data types of values that you can store within variables in the JavaScript programming language. For this tutorial I'm going to be using Notepad. I've named my file datatypes.html. Ensure that you include this file extension when testing your web page. And I'm going to be previewing my web pages in the browser Microsoft Edge. In my source code file I have the basic tags to make up a standard HTML file with the opening and closing HTML tags and the head and the body that make up all HTML documents. Within the body I have the opening and closing script tags that will contain our JavaScript. I've contained a comment in the top with the 2 forward slashes to remind you of what data type we're referring to, and I've included a document.write command towards the end of my JavaScript code which will display the value from the variables that I'm demonstrating in this tutorial, like so. The first data type is string, which is an alphanumeric value such as Laura, which I have written in between a set of quotation marks. The document.write command ensures that the text in this value displays on the web page. If you wanted your string value to contain quotation marks as well, what you need to put before the displayed quotation mark is a backslash. You can see that the quotation marks are displayed on screen. The second data type is number. Notice how for this particular value here we do not include the quotation marks. Return to your browser, click refresh or press F5 to reload your page with the new value. The numerical value should be displayed just as the previous string value Laura did. The number can also be in fractional format and also in negative form. Third data type is Boolean. My variable will be wears glasses, as in when you're asking whether somebody wears glasses. The value is true. Ensure that your Boolean value is completely in lowercasing. And you can guess what the alternative Boolean value is also. The fourth data type is arrays, which is basically a collection of individual values under one identifier name. Ensure that you've used square brackets for this one here and divided each individual value with a comma. And this is how the array appears when it's printed as a whole on your web browser. The fifth data type we will look at is object. An object is basically a subject or entity that comprises of multiple properties or attributes. So for example, a book would consist of a title and an author. In order to show the values of these particular attributes, I will use object.values with the variable name of this particular object within a set of brackets. And the 2 data values will show on your web browser like so. If I wanted to see the field categories instead, however, such as title and author, I would replace values with the word keys, and these would appear on your web browser instead. If I wanted to see all fields and all values, I would use the word entries. And there you have all field categories and all values printed off one after another in the order in which they were displayed in the object in your JavaScript code, and each separated by a comma. In order to access specific attributes from your object, simply include the object name with the field category in speech marks in square brackets alongside. And the value alone should appear on your web browser. Alternatively, have a full stop after the object name followed by the field category containing the data value which you want to display. And the individual data value appears on your web browser like so. The sixth data type we will look at is undefined. In my variable declaration here, you can see that I've not assigned a value to the variable count. when the same page is run on my web browser, you will see the word undefined appear here. This data type, however, can come in handy in JavaScript, as I will demonstrate now. In this additional example of the use of an undefined data type, I have declared a variable colors, which is an array which stores blue, green and purple strings. I have placed the undefined variable count below this one, and I've also placed this particular variable within a document.write command, which can be used to print off each individual item from an array in order. Going back to my web browser now, you can see that the values from my array have been printed on screen in the order in which they were stored in my original array, therefore highlighting how undefined data types can be used as a pointer to data values inside an array. Thank you very much for watching. Hope that video was useful to you. To support this channel, please like and subscribe. Check out other computing tutorials on the same channel. Join me soon for another video. Take care.